Alright guys, so I have been really enjoying this. So I am showing off the iron farm on the right here and the villager breeder on the left. And today's plan is we are making a creeper farm. I need gunpowder for firework rockets, obviously, because I'm tired of having to kill creepers. It's annoying. I don't want to stay up at night. I get attacked by phantoms. So we need an ocean. Need to build the creeper farm over an ocean. So luckily we've got one right here. And I'm going to fly back and load up my schematic to see what kind of materials we're gonna need. So I have this menu right here. I load up creeper farm, and this is what it looks like. So it's like 128 blocks tall. That way nothing can spawn underneath it, and you build it over an ocean. That way it can't spawn anything underground. It's water. So we're going to start getting the materials here. Obviously, I'm starting from the bottom, working my way to the top with the oak fences there. Got some water buckets because we're going to need a lot of them. White carpet. I need 300 of that. So off to the sheep. Get them naked. I'm going to need all the sheep to be naked ASAP, because that's actually a lot of white wool that we're gonna need. So I'm going to make these carpets, and I mean, I got close. I got over halfway, but now I'm just gonna have to wait for them to regrow their fur. No, regrow their wool. That's the word. Regrow their wool. So in the meantime, we're gonna get the glass that we need, and this is pretty satisfying. Yeah, I could do that for hours. So I come back with a full inventory. Obviously, way overload. I think I need like 5 stacks of glass. So went a little overboard, but honestly, that's a small amount extra because I know I'm gonna need way more than that in future projects. So off to smelt up the sand into glass. And then we're gonna jump into the sheep again, because we can hopefully finish making our carpets that we need. And wouldn't you know, we got just enough. Only about 8 to spare, but it works. So as you can see, we've got a decent start. We definitely need more materials, but that just takes some time because I'm willing to do it. So I stand here and I smack cobblestone for quite a while. Come back with a full inventory. I fill up the shulker box exactly as it should be. And then I start trying to fill up the 140 slab. Now, unfortunately, I do end up being just a little bit short, so I have to go back and get some more. But it didn't take long at all, and I just jumped right to that here. So all we need now are the oak trapdoors, and I think we will be ready to build this creeper farm. But I'm gonna need a lot of them. So off to the forest. I don't even know. Off to deforestation. I don't know. I don't know how you would say that, but yeah, off to kill nature. Um, Sorry, Mason, if you ever watch any of these videos, but I promise I will plant plenty more trees than I cut down in my time here on this world. So I load up this chest, or this shulker box, all the materials we need, and I am ready to go. Look at that. The only thing that's missing is the water buckets, and I have unlimited water source with 2 buckets, so I don't need to. So now I'm going to use the stick here. This is what the mod is fused with, and I'm going to make sure I get it at ocean level, which is 0, obviously, on the y-axis. Actually, that was stupid. It's not 0, but it's the same all around. I think it's like 60 or 70 or something like that. I don't actually know, but I built up from ocean level. Now this farm is 3 layers, and this is where the creepers are collected. So these will be the storage unit. Now, this isn't like my iron farm. I'm not going to need that many chests. I don't plan on getting that much gunpowder just because this farm definitely is much slower. It's still very good, but it's not nearly as OP as the iron farm. For a second here, I couldn't find my campfires. I thought that they were in the shulker boxes. I didn't realize they were in my inventory, but they were the whole time, so place those down quick. And then, honestly, we're about a quarter of the way done. Now, this was the easy quarter. We will have to trap some cats later in the video, but that's not too difficult when you have boats and salmon and leads, so we're going to build the first flat portion of the creeper farm. And then we're going to just follow a pattern of white carpet and oak trap doors on all 3 levels, because that way only creepers will be able to spawn. And then the cats will scare the creepers, which will make them run away and fall into the water, which then pushes them until they fall to like half a heart, and then they land on the soul campfires and they burn up instantly. And then the gunpowder is obviously collected. So that is how the farm works. And all I gotta do is sit down at the collection station and block myself in so I don't die. So putting these fences here like I did with the iron farm to keep the water from falling in the hole. Going to place all my glass. Just like in the iron farm, that schematic was blue because there's water supposed to be there. I will add that later. So as you can see, the trapdoors, the creepers think that there's a block there and there's really not. So when the cat scares them, they'll run away and fall down. And when they fall, the water will then push them to the middle. So I show this entire first platform because then I just copy it 2 more times for the rest of the build, and then slap a roof on it. So don't really need to make you guys watch that 3 times. But this farm is honestly one of the most important that you can make in your world. Gunpowder is used for like TNT, fireworks. That's really all I'm going to use it for. But it's super important, honestly. Like, smacking creepers around at night is just so tedious. And now, whenever I go off to class, I can just like sit in class with this minimized in the corner and get stacks of gunpowder while I'm, you know, learning business stuff. I don't actually do that. I just do it at night while I sleep, but I thought it was funny. So that finished up 1 level there, and then this is actually the very top of the build, so I'm just kind of repeating what I did and finishing up. And then I'm gonna have to slap a roof on it with half slabs so that way nothing else can spawn up here. Yep, I made quick work of this. Again, this schematic is amazing and makes me absolutely love this game. Without it, I don't think I would play this game at all. It would just be so boring, and I would just be so annoyed at having to crouch walk everywhere. So we're gonna jump off here with all the schematics shown, and I remember that I never added the water. So I've actually got to go in there and add the water, and I still have to add the cats because I don't have them yet. So first step is the water. That way, if any of the creepers spawn, they don't attack me. They would obviously fall down in here at some point, but the cats aren't there to scare them, so I don't really know. They would probably just fall on my head and explode right away, but we got it done. So all we gotta do is destroy these like 6 blocks and get out of here. So this is the last part of this farm. I went to a nearby village and I snagged 2 cats using some salmon, and I flew them back to the iron farm. So the reason I stopped here at the iron farm is because I need to breed them, because I need 3 cats, and I want to be able to breed them in the future, so I'm gonna at least get 5 cats. That way I have 2 to breed like again. So breeding all complete, I have the 3 cats that are needed, and I still have 2 cats down there in that hole. So I built to max height because I didn't know how far I could glide, and this creeper farm is high up in the air. So I didn't know if I could make it or not. So I wasn't going to take any chances. So I went to absolute max height, and I made it with ease. So I did dig a little hole in the ceiling to make it easier to get the cats down, and then all I did was pull them through the boat and onto each layer, and then I had to kind of push them into the spot. It looks a little goofy, but they just stare at me. That's all it takes. I gotta fix that, pick up some of these blocks that I destroyed earlier, that I was supposed to destroy, obviously. And then that is farm complete. So it honestly is one of the easiest farms you can make. Love blazing fireworks. Obviously there's nothing in those chests because I haven't been here yet. So I'm gonna sit here and AFK and see how much gunpowder we get after. I think I'll do like an hour. So I'll come back in an hour and see what kind of progress we have. All right, so I definitely did not do a full hour. I think I did closer to like 30 or 45 minutes, but I was antsy and wanted to check how much we got. So a little more than 3 stacks, honestly, not great, but like not bad at all. It looks more underwhelming than it is. That's going to get me stacks of fireworks. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There's going to be tons more videos coming out, and I build some really cool stuff. So if you guys are enjoying, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.